So, what is up, you guys? It's your boy Strado here. We're back at it again with another video. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to whatever time you're watching this. So, for this one, in the previous video, we reacted to, or we watched what Facebook, basically a what you call this, a summary of what Facebook revealed about the metaverse. Their initial kind of pre-release and all that stuff about that metaverse thing that they have, that metaverse project that Mark Zuckerberg, along with other investors, other individuals, other companies that they have put out. So yeah, this one though is Elon Musk reveals his thoughts on the metaverse. So let's check this one out. This is coming from a podcast. So not the B. Yeah, I guess. I don't know, but we'll see how this one goes. Let's see how Elon Musk, or what his thoughts are about metaverse and all that stuff. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right on with this one, shall we? Let's go.
What are your thoughts on the metaverse, which takes technology to the next level and puts us in a virtual world? Do you see that as being dangerous, hopeful for humanity? What's your view on that?
Maybe we're in the metaverse right now. It's just metaverse is all the way down. I don't know if I necessarily buy into this metaverse stuff. Although people talk to me a lot about it. It's Web3, sure, you can put a TV on your nose.
Yeah.
You can put a TV on your nose.
Sure, you can put a TV on your nose.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that makes you in the metaverse, It's weird, when I grew up, it was don't sit too close to TV, it's gonna ruin your eyesight.
Right.
And now I got TV is literally right here. I'm what? Is that good for you? I mean, have you tried these games,
the VR Oculus stuff?
Yeah, they're okay, but it gives you motion sickness if you try to walk around. You can do a video game on your sort of computer, console, or whatever, and you can be in a first-person game and move rapidly and not get motion sickness. But if you try to do that with VR goggles, you get motion sickness. It's weird. So then you have to teleport around with. It's okay. So it doesn't feel like that's the answer necessarily.
You can have a Neuralink into the brain so that you don't have to have the glasses?
There you go.
Yeah, a Neuralink, long-term, a sophisticated Neuralink could put you fully in a virtual reality thing. So
I guess what I'm getting at is, exactly what could go wrong, the negative implications, the kind of dystopian implications that some are drawing out. I think Jack Dorsey was really critical of the whole metaverse idea. You see problems with people
I don't know.
living in a virtual world and leaving the physical world for that. And
I don't see someone strapping a friggin' screen to their face all day and not wanting to ever leave. It seems no way. Yeah. I mean, does it feel like that to you? It doesn't seem like that to me.
Yeah.
It's it gets uncomfortable to have this thing strapped to your head the whole time.
It definitely needs to be lighter.
Yeah, if it was super light, it'd still be I don't know. It's not like you want to be there all day.
See, here's the thing. This is coming from the thoughts about this metaverse, this whole metaverse thing, is that this is fairly new. This is really new. This is what's released last year, 3 months ago. And a lot of people, the way we talk, even I do, the way a lot of people talk about this whole metaverse thing is that why would people want to do this and then not do that? Why would people want to sit at home or just put this thing over their head the whole day and not do this, not go outside and all that stuff? But here's the thing, people are already doing that right now. A lot of people not a lot, but still a lot is a lot. A lot of people are already staying at home, just not choosing to go out. I mean, a lot of the so-called gamer community, a lot of people in the gaming industry or the gaming community is just diehard gamers, even play for hours and hours and hours and hours on end, just sitting on their desk playing video games and all that stuff. And I don't see any difference in between that and then like, you know, using this kind of thing that's put in your head. But still, at the same time, we have to understand that this is new. This is fairly new. And within like the span of just a couple of years, a lot of things can be done to develop better and better and better and better and better performances and better, like, what you call this, like faster, lighter, better, like in terms of how you interact with the thing that you have to put on. Even well, maybe in the near future you don't even have to put something on. It's just like that neural link thing that they're talking about, you know. So I don't know, this it's weird to be able to talk about something new in such a negative light when we all know that it's always been like that, you know. It's always been like that. Like, humans have always been like afraid of like new stuff, you know, always kind of second guessing. And I guess that's instinctively what we feel when we're experiencing, or we're interacting with something new. And I think that's good. We always have to take almost each and everything with a grain of salt, you know, with a hint of doubt in our minds, so that like we can just step back and think, hey, this thing seems too good to be true. What are the drawbacks in this? What are the negative effects in our physical, mental health, emotional health? We all know what social media does to us, like, as a society. So much with the information and all that, misinformation, Instagram, the lifestyle and all that, how it's making people feel, especially the younger generations feel and all that. So yeah, taking that into consideration is always good.
I mean, if it was like super light, it'd still be like, I don't know, it's not like you want to be there all day. So, you know, I think we're far from disappearing into the metaverse.
True.
This sounds just kind of buzzwordy, and you know, I don't know if like hey, is this, you know, have I just gotten too old, and like, am I like one of those people who was like dismissing the internet?
True. That is true.
Gotten too old, and like, am I like one of those people who was like dismissing the internet, whatever, 95, as being like some fad or something that's never going to amount to anything? Although I didn't. I was like saying like 95 was literally the internet is going to be transform humanity, and it's going to be like, you know, prior information basically just went by osmosis. Like, unless a person called another person or carried a letter physically to another person, like, how did you get information around? The vast majority of information was literally person to person. Then you had like the fax machine and stuff, but it's just like,
the way the metaverse is being sold right now is so underwhelming. It's like you're going to be it's like Zoom meetings, but there's an avatar for the person next to you, you know? And you maybe get to design your avatar.
Like I said, with what I talked about in the previous video, when we watched that whole metaverse summary thing that we have, that's the one positive thing, that's clearly positive thing that I took coming from that whole metaverse video thing, is that the workplace, like what this guy said, it's like so underwhelming, but at the same time, as a workplace, you know, it's really, that would be really good, like, to be able to talk to other people. And then with the commute also, like, removing that from the spectrum, like, lesser commute means lesser expenses in the commuting, lesser like carbon emissions and all that coming from the cars and the modes of transport, lesser time wasted commuting and all that. So yeah, for work, I see metaverse as Google Meet on steroids.
For the person next to you, you know? And you maybe get to design your avatar.
Like I said, I don't want to be like, you know, some old codger sort of dismissing the internet in 95 is not amounting to anything. So there's some danger with that. That's the case. But I currently am unable to see a compelling metaverse situation, or Web3 sounds like more marketing than reality. I don't get it.
True. That is true. Like, that whole metaverse thing, I don't know.
What are your
it's just well, for the most part, I think it's because of the fact that it's the first of its kind, or the first that has been like marketed to, or that has been taken seriously to an extent, like the metaverse. So yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. A lot of things can happen within the span of 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years. A lot of things can happen within that time frame. So it's nuts. The capabilities of human beings now, as opposed to like 10 years ago, even just 5 years ago. A lot of like advances in the technology and all that. So I'm fairly excited, but at the same time, it's take everything with a grain of salt. And for the most part, even like this whole metaverse thing, we have to understand that the poverty rates and the like, not everyone can go into this. It's not like, oh, in the near like 30, 40, 50 years in the future, everyone will be living in the metaverse and all that stuff, living in AR and all that stuff. But corruption is a thing, terrorism is a thing, famine is a thing. Like, all of these stuff needs to be processed first before we can really take this thing seriously. And even if a lot of people take this whole metaverse thing seriously right now, as of today, as of this time, you just cannot do it on a much bigger scale. But hey, it's a start. It's a start, and it's always a good thing. It's always a good thing when someone is willing to push the boundaries of what is the norm. So I don't know. Again, a lot of good can come out of this, but a lot of bad can come out of this also. So yeah, that will be it for this one. That's it for me. Till next time. Bye bye.